Okay, so I'm gonna interview you. So one of my questions I have is, where do you get your inspiration for your, pieces of art?
She's Paridhi.
Yeah,
She's the person we are living with in Chicago.
yeah.
I get my inspirations from my everyday life. Subject wise, there are subjects of my identity, subject of my political social identity, whereas I'm a mother, I'm an immigrant, I'm a woman, and how I deal with issues of daily life. That inspires me subjectively, but there are materials that inspire me, like a torn cloth, a broken piece. There are several things that inspire me.
So you look at stuff physically, right? But then you also do stuff like mentally, like what you think about. Is that like you do it both, or do you, like if you look at something you get
Mm-hmm.
inspired, but if you think like your thoughts, they also play into that inspiration part.
Yes, so certain things trigger a kind of emotion or a thought, and then I work on that emotion or on that thought to kind of give it a form, try to give it a conceivable or understandable form.
Okay, another question that I have is, do you like think through your pieces, or do you like do you just go with the flow and stuff like that?
It's interesting question because I generally start with a very vague idea of what I'm planning to do, and then I actually go very impromptu. My process is very evolutionary. So what I might start at this point, and I just know that I have to incorporate every material that I have, and I'm reacting step by step by step. So I don't think thoroughly about how exactly, like measurement, material, form, presentation, but I rather work on each thing that I have already done, and then I just keep building up.
Okay. So, um, so you do what type of do you have like a certain art style or stuff like that, or do you just kind of do what you want? Like, oh, you can paint sometimes, or you can do stuff with like fabric that I've heard that you do, or sometimes you draw.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have like a certain art style, or you just kind of do it?
Uh, Depends. So what you're saying is actually you're asking me if I have a certain technique that I
Yeah.
employ to all my subject. No, I have different techniques that I treat my material with and subjects. Like certain subject demand me to paint,
Mm-hmm.
while certain subject demand me to create form. So I also paint, I also perform, and I also create sculptural installation. So there are subjects that demand different treatment vis-a-vis material and form.
So, are your like the pieces that you do, are they more abstract, or would you like incorporate people, or like a scenario that's happening,
Mm.
like say a circus? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
would you draw a circus? Would you draw a circus, right? But you don't exactly like make a definite shapes or people. You do it by, I don't know, a geometric
Mm-hmm.
circus or
So what
something like
you're
that.
asking is whether my works are figurative work,
Yeah,
where you can understand,
that's
oh,
it.
that's a human form, animal form, or certain
Yeah, like
form, recognizable
abstract.
form, or abstract form. Yes, I incorporate figurative work, also abstraction. So I can say my works are figurative abstraction,
Mm-hmm.
where actually, if you look at some of my sculptures that stand up, and when you see it in a setup, you might say, oh, are these all people?
Mm-hmm.
But they don't look like humans. However, the way they have been put, they suggest they are humans.
Oh, so like you look at it and you're like, how sometimes if you look at a piece of art, you have different viewpoints.
Mm-hmm.
So you have it like that,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay, and then this is probably gonna be the last question.
Mm-hmm.
Um, do you is there like different? Have you Do you do different types of art forms? Like, do you doodle, or do you, I don't know, do you ever have like you ever painted with words and stuff? Like, so you draw a word, but like with the word you draw pictures. I say, like there's a show. It was called Word World. With the dog. It was spelled out as dog, and it was the shape of a dog, and the dog would talk. So would you ever like consider doing different type of arts? Like doodling or something like that.
That's called calligraphy art.
Yeah.
So in the Arabic culture, they do a lot of calligraphy drawings, and in Persian as well. So it's a very stylized and a very specialized form of art. I would love to do if I can, though I have tried some form of it. So recently I did a performance where I was just writing my baby, and my baby on sheets of paper. That's called prayer. So I was writing a prayer for each child who has died in war or who might die in this war-like situation that's all over the world. I do employ text or words as part of my bigger installation piece or drawing, but that calligraphy art, I don't think I'm well equipped to take that. But of course, I can innovate my own technique and style.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's pretty cool. Thank
Mhm.
you for answering my questions.
My pleasure.